The setting is Tuscany. The car is Aston Martin's new champion of Grand Touring, the DB11. As the follow-up to the acclaimed DB9, this is Aston's first step towards a bright new future. Let's see if they're on sure footing. It's a pretty important model for Aston Martin. This is the start of their brand new lineup. This platform will be the foundation for a number of different models, 7 in total between now and 2020. And this car is the proof that Aston Martin really knows how to blend luxury and performance together. So you have to consider what this car is and what it isn't. It is a grand touring vehicle, and what that means is that it has to do both things very well. It has to have that style, have that look, have the sound, but it also needs to be something where luxury buyers can appreciate driving it for hours on end. There are a few different ways that you can adjust how the DB11 performs, and all those functions are accessible through the steering wheel. So I have on the right-hand side this S button, and the S button flips through Grand Touring mode, the most comfortable setting, Sport and Sport Plus. Sport Plus is the sharpened, aggressive nature of the car. And then on the left-hand side, you have an independent adjustment for the suspension system. So you could have, if you want to, your most aggressive throttle response with your softest suspension setting. And it's nice to be able to tailor that to your driving behavior, to your needs at the moment. Beyond that, there are traction management controls that you can access through the driver display. So you can put it in track mode and give yourself the most possible slip while still retaining the traction management system, or you can turn it off completely. And be aware, because when you've got 600 horsepower to play with, things can get out of hand. Let's talk about this engine a little bit as I'm extracting the performance from it. This is a all-new 5.2 liter twin-turbocharged V12, and this will probably be used in a couple other models down the road, but for now, this is the only car in Aston's lineup using this engine. And so, yeah, you don't have that natural aspiration that you're used to in Aston Martins, but this twin turbocharged setup isn't distilling the noise, it isn't distilling the drama, and it's certainly not distilling the performance. It is easy to have fun in this car, but it's also easy to turn everything into their automatic modes and just enjoy the drive. And that's not something you can say about more hard-edge supercars like the McLaren 650S. This is not a rival for those. This car is a grand touring vehicle. It's something that you can just have daily driver comfort in and really appreciate the luxury component to this situation, to this setup. I'm struggling to wrap my head around the fact that this is an Aston Martin. Not because of the other things that you're experiencing, the noise, the way the car performs, the look, which is just fantastic. It's the way that the interior is treating me right now, honestly. Because the brand up to this point, when I think about it, is really an emotional move, right? You choose an Aston Martin over some of its competitors because of the way it makes you feel when you drive it, because of the way it makes you feel when you walk out of a building into the car park and you look at the car and your jaw just sort of drops naturally. Those were the reasons why you bought an Aston Martin, but now you can buy it and not have to sacrifice that logical component to your brain and say, no, this is actually a luxury car and it's a performance car. Don't make me get out of this car. Don't make me do it. I don't wanna. It's so good. The design is sensual. The sound is triumphant. The luxury is amplified. Aston Martin's new DB11 isn't a taste of the good life. It's a feast in heaven.